Hey guys, I just wanted to get on here and give you guys an update of what's going on. Man, we have just been really, really busy. Uh, so, the house we're buying, we waited an extra week and a half on the appraiser to appraise it due to our broker changing lenders. Anyway, so he finally got that done last week. I have been emailing and signing we have signing documents, and I've been emailing back and forth. And then our house, let me tell you about our house. Let me finish up on the new house. So the way it stands right now, we will be into it 30 days, the 9th, which is next Friday. We had asked initially for an extended time because my broker, or our broker, said manufactured homes take a little bit longer. Well, that being said, we've gotten all the paperwork done, the loan's been approved, all this is going on, and it looked like we were going to be able to hit the target date on the 9th. Well, the owner texted me and asked if he can have an extra week or two because they hadn't done anything pending the appraisal. I'm like, really, guys? Our house is almost empty. But anyway, so we did. We compromised on a closing date of the 19th. So my butt's going to be hustling. Tony goes back to work on the 9th. Now, our house, we put it on the market. I believe our agent put it on the market around 3 in the afternoon, and she immediately got a hit from another agent and wanted to show. He asked for a showing at 6:30 that night. So it was a mother and daughter, young daughter, and they came, and I was so nervous. And when I'm really, really nervous, I talk a lot. I just do. And I was actually selling the house, and I didn't need to. Uh, but I let them know some little things like the retractable screen doors and how to work those, and told them what the wood cover on the side of the house is covering a water softener from the sun. I built one to protect it. Little things like that. So, and I had the pool going, so the waterfall was going. And when they came back in, and I heard the little girl fell in love with the color my wife picked out for her office. It's like a kind of like a pink mauve, real light though, pastel. Anyway, she fell in love with it. So uh, they said they loved the house and they left. And my our agent, texted me and said she's making an offer. So I asked her to meet with me in the morning. The agent was sending my agent the offer, and we got together that morning. She had already scheduled another showing at 9:30 that morning from somebody from LA. And when they came, she hadn't come yet. And I just kind of said, nah, these people are looking for an investment. I know that's what they're doing, and I'm not going to sell my house to an investor. So, anyway, she came with the offer. The lady offered more than what we were asking for, and part of, or some more, 3% more of the closing costs, or something like that. It was a very good deal. She really wants the house, and I told my agent, I said, you know what? She's a single mom. It appears to be a single mom because she was the only name on all the paperwork, and she had a pre-qual letter. And I said, this house is safe. This house is good. She doesn't have to come in and worry about hiring a bunch of people to do a bunch of things. And so we accepted the offer, and we've been in escrow since Wednesday. So this house is supposed to close on the 24th, which is a Saturday, which means that it will either close Friday or the following Monday. And I'm sure they're pushing for the Friday because she's already, when she had the inspection, she came to see the house with the inspector. That was an experience in itself. And my agent said, don't worry about it. They are there to tear every little piece apart. Something you missed, they're going to tear it apart. And she goes, you do not have to do anything that they put on there. So, and that was, today's Friday. So they came Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday. We haven't heard anything. So I guess that's good news. So anyway, that's what's going on with the house. It's been crazy. I've been back and forth on the phone with emails, and thank God for these things, I can see it better on my phone sometimes than I can the computer. But everything's signed and documented, or the documents are all signed on both houses that I know of. And then we finished all the little projects, all the paintings done. We just have one more little piece of baseboard that I've got to figure out how to attach it and make it look nice, because I cut it out because I did built-in bookshelves for my wife's office. So I cut out the baseboard. And of course, they don't make those baseboards anymore. That's 30 plus years ago. So that's what's going on. As far as life, I haven't had the time to even think about it. I mean, I think in this process for me, it has strengthened what I always knew I could do, what I always knew I was supposed to do as my male role. And all this stuff on all these videos, all these projects, that's part of my manhood. It's something that I would have done even if I was working. I would have done it on the weekends because I still did those things when I was working. Um, but it just makes me feel good to know that my general knowledge, things that my grandfather taught me, things that my dad taught me, things that I've watched through the years and learned things from males, in general, church guys. When I was 9 years old, they tore down the old church and built a new one, and I got to be there to help with the electrical. I was taught how to put the boxes up. I was taught how to put the little screw things in each box. I mean, there was little things they gave me to do, and Andy, the one of the deacons or one of the church guys, he bought me a little tool belt, and it was just who I was naturally. And so there had to be a reason that I showed those signs, because my dad put me on the roof, when I was around that same age. I was really young. Showed me how to lay the tar, and showed me the angles, and showed me the flashing, and showed me the shingles and how you nail them and how you have to lay them, and explained to me when the sun got hot enough, that'll make that tar melt together and it'll seal. And so, and him and my grandfather had a painting business, and he put a paintbrush in my hand, and that's probably why I love to paint. Well, it's not maybe just that. Painting for me, and I'm talking about painting homes, painting insides, even outsides, it's a therapy for me. I don't reminisce like in the past to where I regret or what would it have been, because for me, I'm happy, and it turned out to be where I wanted to be. And Tony's wonderful, and I've met a beautiful person and been happy since we've been together, and have had no regrets, haven't looked any other way, haven't wished this, haven't wished that. The only thing I look back on my life and have come to understand about is that although the first two relationships in my life were with heterosexual women, and they saw that male part of me, and they fell in love with me as a person, not as a gender, I would have never had that in my life, and had I been born male. And I don't know where I would have been, being raised with my dad and me being male. So I tend to just feel like it's a blessing that I was given this unique and special journey. If anybody ever watches my videos and can relate to the things I say, or strengthens their feelings about certain things, or confirms things, or just helps anybody in general, then I think I've done what I need to. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm a tool. I've experienced these things in my life. I haven't gone on to the depth of everything on the YouTube videos, but you know, a generalization of what I've gone through in relationships, how I felt as a person going through those things, the disappointment always because I wasn't recognized as a step dad, step parent, as far as some people in my family feel, they don't think I've ever had experience with kids. And I'm like, really? I've been in the emergency room all night with earaches and stuff like that. So, anyway, this just not defines, but it just strengthens my journey, and to know that I'm on the right path. And that being said, being on a right path and giving of yourself unselfishly, sharing things to maybe help someone else not go down the same road you went through down, or the gender identity things that happen as you grow up. Maybe someone else don't understand it and they don't have the support at home to find out about it. Keep watching the videos and watch all the people you can watch on the videos. You're going to see all walks of life, and you're going to have to understand that you're going to have to judge what you listen to and what you don't. There's a lot of people that are still messed up, and it's not because of just gender identity. It's other things in their life, other traumas, uh, that they just haven't gotten help for, or don't know that they're even suffering those things, to get help. Like me, in my videos, I talked about post trauma. I didn't realize that I had post trauma. I I'm the type of person that just faces the battle. I'm a soldier, and I have a really deep faith and belief system that I've always been taken care of. And just like right here, this is a prime example. Our house sold in 3 hours. To me, I give all the glory to the higher divine. Even though I have done all this work and we've made our home a beautiful home, and let me tell you, it's been hard saying goodbye to it, but now we're excited for that new chapter. But that being said, in all those times where I was fixing, repairing, or we were upgrading, it was part of the blessing because we had the money to do it. Because I I can look at something and I know how to do it by watching something. I can catch on to it really fast, and I even have a photographic memory. So there are things that I can do that, I'll be in a spot, a situation, and my mind will go back to either the film or some readings or some pamphlets or whatever I need to do to pull that information. And there's another thing that's been happening with me in the last couple months prior to the houses and all that, is that my brain, my thought process has become clearer. Not that it's clear, but it's become clearer. I'm able to process my thoughts and not lose them as fast as I was. I was getting really, really bad. And I was getting a little frustrated about it. But I have, something has shifted in me. And, I don't know what it is, but I'm thankful that it's here until, it's not here, or it'll stay. I don't know. But I wanted to do this quick video, and of course it's 14 minutes. I don't know when I'll get back on here, and maybe it'll be the new place. We'll do pictures and take you around with the camera once we get everything unpacked. But there's a lot of work to do there. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about taking that home that hasn't been taken care of and bringing life to it through Tony and I's eyes. So guys, never give up hope. There is always hope. There is always something out there when you quit looking at yourself as a victim and start moving yourself forward so that life can work with you and put blessings in your pathway, open up doors. But life can't do that unless you take that first step. Uh, I tell my nieces and nephews all the time, you can't quit. No matter how hard it is, you can't quit. You have to figure it out how to still keep going and then change the situation for yourself. It's just like a job. Guys, I'll tell you over and over, never quit a job before you have another job. It is one of the hardest things to do. I quit a job under the influence of my second relationship because she was jealous of the people I worked with anyway, but I quit it. I did not get another job for 9 months. I had a truck payment. I had to give back my truck. My brother-in-law is the one who got me a job to start bringing in some money, and it had been shaky, 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 shaky for about 3 years until I finally landed into a hospital again and was able to bring myself back up. Don't quit your job until you have another one. That's the best advice I can give you for the worst experience in my life. That's one thing I definitely would do all over again. So anyway, or maybe not because it got me to this point, right? But anyway, just keep moving forward. Even through when you get a little depressed, try to shake it off and get up and just take a walk around in your backyard. That's what I do. My feet have, I've paid the price. Let me tell you, I don't sleep good, but it's all worth it to me because it's exciting and it brings me happiness. So you guys take it one day at a time. Always make your journey as simple as possible. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.